everybody, and welcome to the Fandom Flux podcast episode 197. It is 197 this week. Yeah. I'm Casey. Hi. How's it going? What's up? How... It's gone from me hating saying that word and denying its right to exist as a word or a greeting or as any kind of conversation starter to saying it casually in just random conversations and then hating myself for it to introducing the podcast with it for no reason. Like,
hey, you're getting it slowly.
That's just the kind of man you are.
Welcome to the podcast. I'm Zero. Nice to meet you. My name is Unoriginal and Chuny.
I'm not sure which part of it makes it Chuny. Probably Zero, possibly the X. The King bit,
Hey, everybody has to... once you make your Xbox Live gamer tag, you have to stick with it, okay? It's just how it is.
I didn't, but in fairness, I haven't used my gamer tag in... God, so long. It's kind of freeing, actually. Can't you see her?
Hi, I'm Kenshi618. Oh, woe is me, for this is the winter of my discontent.
That's only part of the quote, but okay.
It's the part I'm using.
Alright. I mean, it's supposed to be now as the winter of our discontent made glorious summer. It's supposed to be a good thing, but, whatever.
Do I sound like I'm in a good mood right now?
No.
Yes.
Shut up, Zero. How's that? How you like that mess?
That's possibly the most damaging thing anybody has ever said to me. Shut up. Wow.
Good. Because I'm just getting started.
Oh boy.
No.
Patient is here.
Hello, everyone. I would be a lot better if I didn't find out that I was supposed to be in work about 5 minutes ago.
Oh. Do you
need to go?
You should probably go.
Probably, yeah. I'm sorry about this.
No,
No,
don't feel
right.
obligated. Work comes first.
Yeah. Yeah, work comes first.
Oh,
And that was the end of Patient.
Wow. Okay.
Off to a rolling good start here at the
that tops anything I'm going to say today.
Yeah, I have to wonder when he found that out. Was that while he was on recording, or did he find that out earlier and was just accommodating us because he's that nice a guy? I don't know.
I don't know. The world may never know.
Oh,
I'm going to have to ask him later.
yeah.
So Casey, let's start with you. What were you doing this week?
Video games! Video games. I like video games now. Okay, so I have this... let's call it a relationship with video games. Every now and again, it's just like I don't give a shit, and I literally don't end up playing any video games for months on end, and it's kind of rubbish, and it gets me to basically give up on a game halfway through because I just can't be bothered anymore, and then just not play anything for fucking ages because who cares? It's been the kind of environment with recent releases where that is kind of expected to happen, where everything is shit and everything is trying to claw more money out of me when I've already paid, and
A lot of big games just released recently.
yeah, and all of them really want me to spend more money, and I am particularly susceptible to such methods, and I have, on multiple occasions over the past couple of weeks, thought, I kind of want to buy Shadow of War because it looks like kind of a fun game. And then every time I've had to tell myself not to because I know exactly what would happen if I bought that game. So
Apparently, the new Assassin's Creed is decent, and apparently you can get through without loot boxes or whatever in either of those games.
That's always nice to say until you play them and you get to the point where it gets psychologically manipulative. The grinding gets that little bit more grindy, where like, and every now and again it'll just say, "Hey, you know, if this is getting irritating, you could always just drop a
I don't
couple
know.
bucks on a bit of a loot
I don't
box."
think Wolfenstein. I don't think Wolfenstein 2 has loot boxes either.
I've never been into Wolfenstein, so.
And I've been playing Mario. That came out. That's no loot boxes.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Okay. One upside of
Thanks, yeah.
Nintendo being so far behind the curve in terms of how this industry is running is they're probably the only company that's actually, well, the only AAA company that's just sort of not buying into this loot box shit in the slightest. In fairness,
the most
they still do the
thing in
amiibo shit, but you know.
Yeah, the amiibo, and which I think they're getting. I want to say at least like with the amiibo for the new Mario game, they added like 3 new amiibo. But if you get them, all you do is unlock a costume early, really, and you can get that costume later on in the game. And it's mainly just kind of like people like these figures.
Yeah,
I know people who buy them just because they like the figures.
Yeah, I mean, even on the outside of it, it's just like you get a toy. Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Like,
They're
recently got
pretty good,
the
like pretty
second.
well made.
I got the second round of the Undertale figures from that Fangamer. That was it. The site.
Yeah.
I got the second round of those. Yeah, I like collectibles sometimes for certain games that I'm really, really into. Absolutely, I can totally get down with that, and I can see.
That's why I bought the like amiibo that I buy is because I like the characters.
Yeah, there's just like value in having the thing, but where all of it is digital and incredibly transient, like with loot boxes. No, just no. Like, it's false value is what it is.
I've made my feelings clear on loot boxes and whatnot last week.
Yeah.
So,
what were you playing then in terms of video games?
right, video games! That was the thing I was getting to, but we got kind of off track.
So you're about to crank off a list.
I'm not about to crank off a list because there's only 2 games I've been playing. But what I was trying to get to was I have these hot and cold periods when it comes to video games. I've been on a cold one for quite a while. I've been pushing myself through Persona 5, even though I'm hot on it at the time. But, you know, it was a game I really wanted to finish, so I pushed myself through. I still haven't finished it, as I say. Bit of a cold spot, but, you know, making progress. And all of a sudden, over the past week, video games are fun again. And, funnily enough, it has absolutely nothing to do with the current games on the market. Because they're all shit. Well, you talked about the ones that potentially weren't, but yeah. So, no new games, just a couple of old standbys that have dominated the past 2 generations of video games. Just the 2 of them basically stood atop the entire industry for the past 2 generations. Guesses?
Is one of them Skyrim?
Obviously.
And the other is... I don't want to guess another Bethesda game, but...
You would be wrong, so...
I mean, the first thing that came to my mind was Minecraft, but I don't know if you play that.
So, funny thing. Recently, not recently, over the past like 6 months or so, Achievement Hunter have been doing a Let's Play series with a Minecraft mod pack called Sky Factory. God damn, Minecraft is actually still really fun.
I guessed them both.
Yeah, it didn't even take you long either. Good job. Yeah, so I basically watched them play the shit out of that, and I'm like, that looks fun. That looks really, really fun. I should play that. That looks so much fun. And yeah, a couple of days ago, I set it all up, downloaded it. Surprisingly easy now. Like, it used to be a real pain in the ass to do it, but there's like the Twitch app has like a whole mod installation system for Minecraft mods, like mod packs, and it literally just does it, just like that. So yeah, for the past 2 days, I have been trying to build my castle in the sky, starting from just one tree and a block of dirt. Yeah.
You see, I built a floating castle, and then I was done with Minecraft forever, so...
Yeah, this mod pack is literally, you are in an endless void. There is nothing except for the tree that you are standing on top of, and the block of dirt that it's sitting on. And from that, you have to build everything. You have to compost the leaves from that tree so you can make more dirt, so that you can grow more trees, so that you can, use the wood and build, like, an actual platform, so that you can build a room that you can spawn mobs in, so you can have them die and you can get their shit, and then you
Sounds
build
fun.
barrels so that you can put shit in and then sift through it so that you can get stones. Then you use the stones to combine them to make actual stones so you can build things out of, and then it goes on and on until you're building a nuclear power plant and have created a magical blood magic ritual to make yourself able to fly, and you have a jetpack and all sorts of shit like that. So it's pretty great.
Start from the bottom, now you're here.
Yeah. It's fantastic. And it's so much fun. And if we end up streaming something this week, we're probably going to be streaming that. I'm not going to lie. So yeah.
That.
Yeah. That seems fun.
Yeah. So I have had a lot of fun doing that for the past couple of days. And it's one of those situations that you hear about all the time where it's like, okay, I'm going to stop playing Sky Factory for a bit. I'll play for like an hour, and then it's like 6 hours later, and you... Okay. I should probably sleep. Sleeping's probably important still. Just another couple of hours. It's fine. It can wait. It's pretty great. Yeah. So, that, and I went back to Skyrim. Funny thing. The whole, what was it? Creation Club? All that bollocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, where Bethesda basically destroyed the modding community for Fallout 4 for a while. Supposedly unintentionally, but you have to wonder. And I was worried that they would do the same for Skyrim.
Yeah. As
far as I'm aware, that might have happened, but only for the special edition version of Skyrim. The one that has parity with the consoles. That version. Yeah. So that version got the mod support, the paid mod support. The original version that came out in like 2011, that one they left alone. So since that's the one I play on, I'm perfectly fine. All my shit still works. So I just went straight back to that and back to playing it. Cool.
That reminds me, Skyrim's coming out on the Nintendo Switch next week, which means Skyrim on the go, which means goodbye, real world.
I could have already done that because I had a thing called a Vita.
Yeah, true. You can get Skyrim on anything nowadays.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm probably not going to even pick up Skyrim, actually.
When pizza's on the bay, you get pizza anytime.
Yeah. I don't know if there'll be any mods for it. Probably not.
I don't. It's Nintendo, so not a chance in hell. But
no, Nintendo has a thing called a standard of quality that they like to have for games not being bugged and broken.
Well, they should probably not have had Skyrim on it then from the beginning.
Yeah, I know.
Like, literally, the only thing that makes Skyrim work on PC currently is still the unofficial Skyrim Legendary Edition patch.
Makes me wonder if Nintendo made them patch it. I don't know.
I suppose one can hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then again, Nintendo's standard of quality, I don't know whether they brought that back up after the Wii and
It was always there were always very few bugs in their games.
the refuse bins of shovelware and such.
Yeah. It's been the Wii was just so big that everything got on it. Except for like a lot of the big AAA games.
Yeah, they got all of the games except the ones that really kind of mattered.
Yeah, there were some really good Nintendo like first party games, and that was even on the Wii U. There were some good first party games, but again, the third party support was garbage.
Yeah,
at least on the
console can't survive on just first party stuff. It just doesn't work like
at least on the Switch, there's tons of good indie games, and it looks like we're getting a lot of third party support. They announced Shin Megami Tensei 5 on the Switch, so
Stardew Valley.
yeah, and Terraria is coming on it, as well as there's already Minecraft on it. So
Like, I need another game where I can fucking farm and build shit and everything. Like, literally one of the mods I got for Skyrim was basically the same goddamn thing, and I apparently have a genre that I'm currently really into. Go figure.
yeah,
Currently, I'm pretty sure the only way to get you to play something is to make lots of hours of useless side stuff to do.
mm-hmm.
And that's all it takes to get you into something.
Don't judge me.
I will do exactly that. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Also, it's not useless. Stardew Valley had a lot of really important content, like being able to bang all the hot ladies. That was super important.
And have
Alright.
kids, and then divorce your wife.
The American dream.
I don't think you can divorce, actually. If
You
memory
can.
serves, in Stardew Valley, if you get married, you can continue seeing the other, what was it, bachelors and bachelorettes was the term. You can continue seeing them and your spouse will get mad at you.
I
The
searched it
American
up,
dream.
and yes, you can divorce. They added that in an update.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
The American dream. Both things are the American dream.
Farming and divorcing.
That's what America was built.
That's what America's built on.
I mean, technically, yes. It was quite... It was quite the divorce that went down in 1783, I think it was.
1775.
70, yeah.
I meant when the war was over, but yeah. You can write it on a piece of paper. It's not official until you kick us out, motherfucker.
And we did.
Listen, it was official. Everyone knows it happened in 1775. That was the official divorce day, but the fucking paperwork wasn't signed until 1783. So,
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, there was a point where we were like, okay, yeah, maybe we got a little overzealous. So, tell you what, we'll just say you have complete right to self-govern and it's all fine. And you guys, your fucking government couldn't get enough people to show up so that they would sign the fucking paper that would end the war. That's why it lasted an extra, like, 7 months.
Dump it overboard. Screw your tea.
France is the greatest divorce lawyer of all time.
Oh, God. Lafayette.
Kids of...
Anyway.
How you gonna divorce yourself, France?
We're gonna build a guillotine.
Why are we talking about this?
I don't know. How did we start talking about this? It was divorce, and then
Because-
Kenshi kept saying the American dream over and over again. That's why.
And now we're talking about some history.
Yeah.
History is just a bunch of divorces. Some went over well, some didn't.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's pretty much what I've been doing for the past week. To be perfectly honest, is video games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Video games.
Video games.
Sound like a drone.
Video games. Also, re-listening to the Jet Set Radio Future soundtrack, which I apparently feel compelled to do at least once a year because
You don't do that all the time anyway. I do that all the time anyway.
it's currently my Minecraft music. It's just okay. Press play on that. All right, and now I am lost to the world for the next 2 hours.
It's on my MP3 player all the time. It's just what I listen to. It's just part of my listen to.
That's a good soundtrack. Yeah. So that's my week. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
So I have some friends that are very much into Sonic, and I'm kind of into Sonic too,
Kind of.
as well.
Too
So
specifically, or just the series?
no, Sonic as well. Sorry, I corrected myself. But yeah, I like Sonic too, though. But so apparently in Sonic Forces, the level designers have no experience designing Sonic levels.
Oh, that's a game, right? I forgot Sonic Forces exists.
Yeah. They released a demo that was like 60 seconds long. And it was like the tutorial level, essentially, which is just a straight line. And the game railroads you into the center, and the enemies don't attack you. Yeah, and looking at the credits, the level designers for this game have not level designed any Sonic games before. They have no experience, and it shows. And I'm not really excited for the Sonic game. I was on the fence about it before. And
at some point, you have to wonder whether the Sonic team are just completely incompetent is in terms of running a studio.
Yeah, I know where the good Sonic level designers are. They're working on Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games right now.
So that's a yes to the question I just asked. That's a
yeah,
yes.
Yeah. They at least we'll always have Sonic Mania.
Yeah, that's actually entirely true. We have a great Sonic game. We have two, technically, because of Generations, and I haven't played Color, so I can't speak to that. I hear good things, but yeah, if you want a good 3D Sonic game, Generations is there. It's great. If you want a 2D one, Mania's there. It's great. There's your good Sonic.
Yeah. I've just been hearing not so great thing after thing about Sonic Forces. In other news, though, Mario's still going pretty strong. I bought the new Mario game, Super Mario Odyssey, for the Nintendo Switch. And I just, last night, hit the end of the story mode.
Yeah, that's the creepy body-jacking mind control game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. The game controls very smoothly. Just the levels are so well designed, and man, it's a great game. I'm staring at my Nintendo Switch charging right now, and I want to play it. Yeah, video games, huh?
Video games.
The story mode is you could get done in probably like 15 hours. Probably less, actually, if you were to beeline it. But instead of stars, you have moons. It's kind of really Super Mario 64 style in terms of how controls and how the areas are laid out. But, like, there's multiple moons per level. Like, say you go into this one big, humongous world map that has 60 moons. And each one is its own special objective with its own name. And the music is great. All the animations for everything are fantastic. And the post game is ridiculously big. I wandered around a lot, and I beat the game with 400 moons, about so. You can get up to 999 moons in this game. So,
Okay.
yeah, there's a lot to do in this game, and it's really fun. So, if you have a Switch, I don't know why you don't have this game. Aside from that, oh no, I lost my train of thought. I did play something else, but oh yeah, Troper had made me. He suggested I play a game called Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh God. Yep. Sorry.
Yeah. So he was like, "You should play this. It seems like a fun game. You should do this on recording." So I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to get Casey to do it because we're kind of like short on time, but I'll try it out. And I look at the page for it, and it says tags psychological horror.
Yep.
Oh, well, this is interesting. Do not play this if this game is not suitable for children. There's disturbing imagery in it. Oh, okay. So I started up. I tried to record it, but record it crashed. Fortunately,
Sorry, my connection's dying a little bit. I didn't catch most of that.
I tried Club, but every time I tried to record, it crashed. So I don't know if it was something with that program specifically. And then Chopper said to make sure to keep my file window open for the game. Just
Okay.
for things. So I get why it's tagged psychological horror, because everything they say about poetry is awful. Sheesh. I was so mad. I was getting so triggered because they were talking about poetry in the game, and everybody was writing their own poems, and I'm like, oh, come on. Poems are about feelings. Well, you gotta have some sort of structure, some sort of meaning. One girl's like, freaking Natsuki's like, hell, don't be
Missing it. I don't know why my connection's shitting the bed all of a sudden.
You getting any of this?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, okay. So basically, the true psychological horror of Doki Doki Literature Club is how the game views
How the game views poetry
writing as if it
is
knows
what he
about
was
writing.
saying. Yep.
Yep. It's awful. I was getting so mad in my Discord server. I was just like all caps, like scream typing because it was. I was getting. But beautiful game. I beat it completely. Saw the credits roll. What a game! I recommend everybody try it. Honestly, if only to just laugh at how bad their poetry is.
I don't know shit about poetry.
So this was a Western developed game, yes? I'm just checking.
I think so. Yeah. The game asks you, if you're over 13, because there's some disturbing imagery, and you don't play it if you have depression and other things. Yeah. There might be some things that, I may not be saying, but you should probably try it and check it out. It's Halloween. So.
Yeah, Zero. This is not a great attempt at the whole, coyly trying to get us to play something disturbing. So considering I already know that it's...
Yeah, I know you already know. That's why I'm not beating around the bush as much.
Okay. Yeah, also, I'm never gonna play it. Like, visual novels, I don't care whether it's good or not. I'm usually not interested. It's not a video game.
Yeah, but I like to read, so I don't have really much of a problem with it.
Yeah, I like to read, and it would be a hell of a lot more efficient if it was just literature, if they just wrote the story. But that's just me.
Well, some are bad, some are good. It's a mixed pot with visual novels in general.
Yeah, I paradoxically, I just don't have the patience for them like I do for just the written word.
That's why I always skip through the text really fast because I read really fast.
Yep, same. Zero, was there anything else you had to talk about?
No, I'm good.
Cool. Okay. Kenchu.
Yo. Alright, so I'm sad this week. Why is Kenchi sad? You may or may not be asking. Probably not asking. Well, that's easy, listeners. It's because I couldn't wrestle this weekend. So I'm sad.
Oh.
Boo.
Yeah.
Just go, suplex some guy in the streets.
I cannot do that if I will go to jail, sir. Yeah.
Imagine if the world worked like that, where if you suplex somebody in the streets, it starts a wrestling match.
So
you couldn't wrestle?
Yeah, because I had an eye infection called sty.
I said it was a sty. Liar.
Yeah, you were right. It was a sty instead of whatever the hell else I called it, which is very similar to a sty, but it wasn't a sty. So, yeah, because I didn't want to spread it, I couldn't go to the show that was Saturday that was like 5-minute drive from my house.
Yeah.
Which really pissed me off. Because normally I have to go 2-3 hours to go anywhere where I can actually wrestle.
Also, you should wash your hands more. That's the thing you should do.
I do wash my hands. But I also end up spending a lot of time on freaking mats that don't get washed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently I don't need to be face down on them for this thing to be a thing.
Yeah.
Because last week or the week before last, I wasn't face down on anything, really. And this still happened. So,
yeah. I mean, yeah, these all sound like entirely valid excuses and such. We're just saying, maybe wash your hands more.
I hate you.
Yeah, you do.
Hygiene.
So, that aside,
Mm-hmm.
suddenly had lots more free time because I couldn't go train like I wanted to or go to the gym because I couldn't spread this thing. So I ended up playing some more games.
Video games!
The first, I went old school. But so I went back to playing the first Metal Gear, ones that came out on MSX in the 80s. And those were fun. Even though they were 8-bit, they're fantastic. And you know what I learned, guys? Fucking old games are hard.
Yeah, that's pretty much established. But yeah.
Yeah. I forgot how hard old games were. But this started me on a spree of old games, so I started playing up through the generations. Notable games of which spawned from the old Super Nintendo in the 90s. And then I played Spider-Man and Venom, Maximum Carnage from the 90s. And then I played the Spider-Man game, the Activision game from 99 or 2000, whichever year it came out. God, that game is good.
All the Spider-Man games.
No, not all Spider-Man games.
No, not all, but a good chunk of them.
No, not a good chunk of them.
A small chunk of them.
You're completely wrong about that. There are a few notable Spider-Man games.
A tiny few. Yeah. I wonder when that new Spider-Man game for PS4 or whatever comes out.
I don't know, but I need it yesterday. So
yeah. I
What do you mean? No.
A lot of what they showed was QuickTime events and shit, and that's not fun.
Yeah,
that's not what I go to a Spider-Man game for.
That was just a story sequence, though. They showed all. I think they also were there's regular swinging and other things in the game. That was just kind of a story thing.
Mm.
Which I'm willing to given the small amount of gameplay and combat that we saw, I'm willing to believe that there's a lot more than just QuickTime events to that game.
Listen, I want to be Spider-Man. So you can take your skepticism, Casey, and you can shove it up your ass. All right? Just take
I'm
it.
not sure if my skepticism would fit in there, but
Take your skepticism and you just shove it all up in there.
It reminds me, we saw Spider-Man
I'll remember to
Homecoming
wash my
on our,
hands first and after.
we saw Spider-Man Homecoming on our 3D TV thing setup we got going.
But you already saw it.
Yeah, I know. We saw it again. We didn't see it in 3D. We were going to, but we never did. So we saw it in 3D, and that game, that thing is still good. Good Spider-Man movie.
Which one?
Homecoming.
Oh, yeah, it's a good film.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Thor Ragnarok's getting good reviews.
Speaking of good films and that movie that you just now mentioned, I won't be able to see it.
Oh.
That.
Oh.
And if I don't see it with my friends, I'm probably not going to see it. So I'm probably not going to see it, which sucks.
I want to see the Hulk fight something again. I always have fun when the Hulk fights something.
You're a simple man, aren't you?
I'm a simple man with simple taste.
Yeah, I mean, there's rarely very much to the Hulk when he fights things. His thing is he fights things, and supposedly there is an internal conflict going in within the character, but we very rarely see it, surprisingly.
Well, if he's fighting bad things, there is no conflict. So, it's only when he's fighting good things because he can't control himself.
Yeah. It's the kind of character where he probably really should have his own film. But
they can't do that. They don't have the rights.
Yeah.
To a solo Hulk film.
Yeah, so it just kind of gets given short shrift in terms of story, and instead gets all the big fight scenes, which, it's a plus, I guess.
If a trade-off has to be had, that's not the worst one.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the Hulk, you're not gonna... Like, it's the Hulk. You want to see him smash things. It's kind of his thing.
Yes.
In his catchphrase. It's the entirety of his catchphrase.
Let's conversate and solve this civilly is his catchphrase.
What was that old Hulk game where you could just leap around the city and smash, like, buildings?
I don't remember. I know what you're talking about, though, because Ultimate Spider-Man...
I think it might have been on PlayStation 2. I can't remember.
I remember exactly what you're talking about. I don't remember what it's called, but Ultimate Spider-Man's free roam system was based on it, so...
Yeah, that Hulk game was so much fun. I never even did the story. I just ran around the city and destroyed buildings. Hulk is just fun. He's fun because he's simple. Like, aside from the whole moral dilemma that he has, Hulk's just like, yeah, he's strong. You hit him, he gets angrier, he gets stronger.
You're a simple man, Zero.
Yeah. Sometimes all you need is simplicity.
You're the guy Marvel movies were made for. Not there's anything wrong with that.
The way you said that, though.
I mean, I'm an ass, so I'll say things in a certain way just to get a rise out of you. But note that it's no heat in it. There's no hate, Zero. It's all love and caring.
I don't believe you.
Good.
I've known you long enough to know there is no love and care.
You know me better than some people did. Some people are still convinced that there's a heart and a soul in here. To which I constantly have to tell them for their own safety, no, there's not. For fair warning. So let's see. Other than those things, let's see. Oh yeah, I found an art dude that's gonna make like a cover art for my damn book when I'm done with it, whenever that is.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and he's a friend of mine, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll give you a discount," and I was like, "No, dude, I will pay you full for it. You're actually doing work for me." So, yeah, that's gonna be all. Whenever that is.
That cut out again. I don't know whether it was just me.
Some update. Notice.
Is it just me? Hello?
Yeah, it's just you.
That don't really.
Well, no, he's cutting out.
I wonder who's is Kenshi's ISP. I have to wonder at this point.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Yes.
Hmm?
Hmm?
Oh, Kenshi, you're back.
Where did it cut out?
I don't remember. Zero, what was he saying when he was cutting out?
Oh, I
That
remember.
long.
Yeah. It was,
damn.
you said, what else? And then you started talking about something.
I don't really have anything else. I didn't get into any adventures, so I don't have any tales.
Oh, okay.
Damn it, you guys!
Why
I updated.
us?
I updated some stuff. That's the only other thing I really did.
Oh, yeah, you did. I read that.
Yeah, what was that message you sent me? Because I don't remember it.
It was you had a character say, or the narration say bollocks.
I did.
Yeah.
Fuck, you're rubbing up on me.
I think that was the gist of the message, yes.
That was the entire message.
Bollocks.
Yeah.
It's censored bollocks.
Oh, right, it would do that, wouldn't it? Fucking reviews. That's shitty. Like, I'm pretty sure that's an M-rated story, right?
Yeah.
Like, they should not censor the reviews in an M-rated story. That's kind of the... whatever.
Yeah, I saw it in, like, if I'd have gone to the site itself, I could have seen the review, but I looked at it just through my emails, and I was like, what the fuck was he trying to say? I can't tell what he was going to say. Did he call me a bastard? What was that?
Yeah. No, Kenji used the British slang term, and it was...
I did, and now I realized that I did that.
Yeah, and it's so weird, because I know you and know you don't actually say that, but for some reason you felt compelled to write it, and it's in your vocabulary now.
I'm probably going to start saying it.
Oh god, I hope not. It's always so awkward when I hear Americans use that word.
What other words can I say that will make you feel uncomfortable?
How about sty?
Why are you on this? You're not near me. And it's gone now. I basically just have the scar at this point. Worst scar ever. How'd you get this? Oh, an eye infection. Sucks. It better go away.
Pink eye.
It's not pink eye.
Basically is, though.
I mean... yeah.
Is your eye pink?
It's gross. No. It's like the less gross version of pink eye.
Yep.
A step below.
Yeah. It's like a half step, maybe. No, but seriously, you should wash your hands more.
I do!
I like that we're judging Kenshi off an injury that we can't even see.
Well, in fairness, he couldn't see it either at the time because I was still...
Fuck up!
There's the setup, and there's a slam dunk.
So, the fuck else should we talk about? Because we're at like 45 minutes, maybe.
Short cast?
Yeah, patient isn't here. And we will be addressing the shortness of the whole thing in the future. We're probably going to be bringing back the section that we meant to be doing as an entirely new show, because...
Yeah. So, I guess we're going to possibly be bringing back topics to just podcast.
Yeah, because, we did have some of those recorded, but for reasons we can't release those now. So I need to get in contact with someone because Bomber was a guest on one of those. So I should probably say this straight out. Bomber was a guest on one of those episodes, and his one won't be coming out. So if he wants to be on a show again, then that's fine.
Yeah.
You should get in touch.
And then we can readdress, I guess, topics and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so kind of doing a return to the old formula.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
We're still going to be trying to hit close to an hour. And by close, I mean within half an hour after an hour. So.
It's not within an hour. It's not close at all.
Yeah.
I said close to an hour, and an hour and a half is closer to an hour than it is to 2 hours. So
No, it's not.
You're
In
right,
math,
it's not. It's
when it gets
equidistant.
to-
So an hour and 29 is closer to an hour than it is to 2 hours.
Yeah. So if you're a fan of the old formula where we discuss writing like we were supposed to, that'll be coming back. I guess probably next episode then.
Yeah, probably. Should
All right.
figure out something to actually talk about.
Maybe we can see if we can get Bomber on again or
Yeah.
another guest. We'll have some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody got recommendations then?
Alright, that's a good point. We have recommendations and stuff. That's the thing. Oh, that means I have to open my browser and that's going to break everything, and also it's going to stop playing things, and that's a problem. Okay.
I have a recommendation. I'll start off. This was a weird one that I stumbled across. And it's interesting and kind of fun, but it's also really weird. It's called The Good Dog. So this is a Yu Yu Hakusho and Inuyasha crossover.
Oh god.
Where somehow he gets our main character, our spirit detective Yusuke, gets turned into a dog.
Oh god.
And ends up he hates it. He hates it. He's actually really angry about this situation that he ends up getting trapped in. Because he has to do a mission, and apparently that mission involves him being turned into a dog. Yeah.
That's weird.
It is weird. It's weird, but it's well written, where he kind of gets taken into Kagome's family as a dog, but he hates it still, and he still acts like a normal person as much as he can. It's a weird read, but strangely heartwarming. So, check it out if you get the time.
So it's not like 100 Deeds for Eddie McDowd?
Oh god, why does that ring a bell? Why does that ring a bell?
That's a deep pull.
It is.
That's a deep pull.
Because when you said Yusuke
Oh no.
dog, when you said Yusuke dog, I was like, oh shit, this is going to be like that, isn't it? But if it's not, that's
It's not. He has a set goal that he's trying to accomplish, which is try to protect Kagome, I guess. But just the setup is a bit weird. But overall, it's well written. And that was a deep, deep movie pull that just I could feel in my soul.
So many flashbacks to old childhood shows that I watched.
I am proud of myself for that one.
Oh.
Yeah, you should be. Oh.
Mm.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
I'm having like a little bit of an existential terror of that movie was not a fever dream.
How you like that? How you like that mess? How you like them apples?
You should wash your hands after making that kind of mess.
Yeah.
I wish I could wipe my eye and touch you right now. Do nothing at this point.
Oh, I
It's
thought it
still
was
scare
all
you.
cured.
It
If we
is,
were-
but it still scare you.
If we were all in the same room, we'd probably get into fights a lot more often.
Yeah, at this point, Ken would have tackled me, I think.
Oh, thank you, Internet.
Yeah,
Uh,
safety.
so, anybody else got recommendations?
Yeah. Mine is called My Ideal Academia. It is a My Hero Academia, obviously, and
Ooh.
Fate Stay Night crossover.
Oh,
So, short version, Shiro is probably, I don't actually know Fate Stay well enough to say definitively, probably going through the Unlimited Blade Works route.
Unlimited Blade Works route is save who you can. You can't save everybody. Shiro.
In that case,
If it's I want to be the best hero I can possibly be, like shonen protagonist style, it's the Fate route.
I don't know. Then I couldn't tell you. But whatever's going on, he's fighting and such, and then the Grail decides to grant him a wish, and through the course of that, sends him to My Hero Academia setting because being a hero is just a career path there, and
Yeah.
just straight up a thing you can do. You can dedicate your life to being a hero.
This is a strangely very fitting thing. Because Fate Root Shiro is obsessively wanting to be heroic to the point of extreme self-sacrifice, which is something that would be very interesting in
it's probably the Fate route then, because that is a thing that happens. Like, I think literally the first thing that happens is he steps in when a villain is trying to attack a woman, and he basically demolishes the villain with excessive force. Kind of unintentionally, but kind of not at the same time. And gets brought up on vigilantism because of it. Gets put on probation and is under watch from the Mountain Lady character for a while, and is told, hey, you should probably not do the vigilantism thing again until you get your hero license. Yeah, so don't do that anymore. It doesn't really stop him.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Fate Root Shiro is insane in terms of being a hero.
Yeah.
Like, to the point where it's to the detriment of him and the people around him. Which is why it's interesting, is the way Fate Stay Night works is every route his ideals get broken a bit more.
Yeah. So I want to give it a lot of credit because a lot of Fate Stay Night stories tend to dial back his, let's say, obsession, his drive to save everyone or just be a hero and be self-sacrificing, to his detriment. Like, there is no turning it off. There is no going back on that and just sort of just playing it cool. That's not a thing he's even capable of.
Yeah.
So I appreciate this story for acknowledging that and playing it straight and not just sort of holding back like a lot of stories that Yushiro as a character tend to do.
To put this in perspective, the choice that pretty much definitively locks you into the Fate route is jumping in front of Saber to take a blow from Berserker.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he is insane.
Yeah, I'll be honest. The first time I heard about that, like, when I was not at all interested in anything Fate Stay Night related, I looked up, okay, what's the whole deal with this then? and so the choice was, because of the saber route is basically to take an attack meant for her, even though you are incredibly squishy and she is not.
Yes. It's playing into his insane heroism.
Yeah, from an outside perspective, that just reads as, I have to take this attack because she's just a girl, and I have to be the protector because I'm a man. From the outside, that's what it looks like. But
really, it's just kind of his own sort of insanity.
Yeah, he's just a nutter.
The way Fate Stay Night works as progression-wise goes, that is one of the few visual novels that I would recommend anybody play, because you start off with at least the Rialto Nua one. You start off kind of insane towards your ideals, and the next route you begin to realize your ideals are flawed, and you start to become pretty sane. That's pretty normal. In the Unlimited Blade Works one, he's much more balanced, and then he kind of is like, I would sacrifice one person and screw I would sacrifice the entire world to save one person, is the final route of Fate Stay Night. So he goes from superheroic to the opposite, essentially.
Yeah, it's a weird story.
Yeah, it's interesting as a character study.
Well, yeah, okay.
Interesting.
It's practically an ode to survivor's guilt, is basically what that whole story is, but yeah. A fantastical one, but still, that's basically what it is.
So this one has a superheroic one trying to go and be a hero.
Basically, but considering the setting, it's actually treated as, okay, he has some problems, but generally speaking, his heart is in the right place, and it's acknowledged that he basically has a very, very similar ideal to All Might. So they treat it with respect, kind of, but still everyone involved is doing their damnedest to try and get him to stop doing this shit, because it's just going to cause problems for literally everyone.
Yeah. And I imagine his quirk is just, quote-unquote, quirk is his magic of...
Yeah, he's just faking it. I can make swords. That's his...
That's kind of like a Yairo thing, except it doesn't come from his fat cells.
Yeah, that's a pretty good reason for her to be, model figure.
Mm.
In the anime, I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't go with the actual depiction of how her power works in the manga. Because, I kind of get why it is a little grotesque, but that was kind of the point.
It's a little bit body horror.
Yeah.
There's a lot of body horror in My Hero Academia.
Yeah, but that's also kind of the point.
Yeah. It gets worse further on you go into the manga.
I like that show. I want more of that show. When are they making more of that show?
They are making more of it. They've already started work on the 3rd season.
Yeah, when's it coming out?
Probably next year.
Oh, wait, next year is like in 2 months. Right, yeah. Time happens. I forgot about that. Yeah, okay.
Considering how well it did, I imagine they're going to be fast-tracking it with lots of money poured into it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is apparently how we're doing anime adaptations now, is...
Yeah, seasonal instead of weekly.
Yeah, which is probably a good...
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I think the big weekly ones right now are Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, I think the only ones that are still doing that are the ones that have been doing that for a long, long time.
Boruto.
Still technically Naruto.
And I'm not sure, but I think Black Clover might be trying the weekly format. Which is weird because Black Clover is awful.
What's Black Clover?
It's that one we read the first chapter
Yeah,
of for that reflux where the
read
guy
this
sexually
before.
harasses the nun. It was like, I want to be the big wizard emperor or whatever.
Yeah, that thing.
And then he sexually harasses a nun and asks her to marry him, and she keeps saying no.
This sounds terrible. I wish I remembered it.
It
We
was.
have a manga reflux episode of it.
Oh, this is the one that's basically shitty Magic Naruto.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I remember now. It says it was
Okay.
released in 2016 and it's finished. Oh, that's weird.
No, it's releasing now.
Oh, okay, that's weird. Yeah, so pretty much the only ones that still do the weekly thing are the old school series. I don't think Black Clover is going to last long enough for it to... I would be very surprised if that...
It's
it
got a
becomes...
weird popularity.
You say that, and yet
So I looked into it, and apparently, like, one of the good things about it is about the manga is that it's really tropey, but that allows it to have a quick pace. So it's just kind of like junk food. But the anime destroys the pacing and adds filler in like the second episode.
the old Rurouni Kenshin problem.
I hear it takes about till episode 4 to get to chapter 2, or something like that.
Why?
The end of chapter 2. Yeah.
I suppose, thankfully, the anime crowd is actually much, much bigger than the manga crowd, so if the anime shit, this thing is going to die in the Western territories. So it's...
Yeah, it was voted as the worst manga at Comic-Con 2016, International Comic-Con.
That sounds entirely deserved. I shouldn't say that, I only read one chapter, but come on.
The voice acting for it's actually really bad, too.
Hmm.
I should link the video of Asta, the main character, screaming.
Well, in fairness, it's in Japanese. What would we know?
I'm pretty sure anybody can tell it's bad voice acting. It's the guy's first attempt at voice acting.
Yeah.
This is his first major role.
Oh well. So, yeah, I think that's enough padding. It's like, yeah, we're at about an hour now, so it works. Yeah, so that's my recommendation, is the thing we were talking about before we went so wildly off track. Okay, that's a video that says "kill me" right on the thumbnail. It's,
Listen to the voices once we're done with this.
Yeah, we'll do. Alright, so, yeah, Patreon goes through next week, so...
Yeah.
So that's not a thing we have to do this week, so I guess we're just gonna close out the show. So thank you.
Bye, everybody. We love you.
What the hell is
What
that?
was that?
Bye, everybody. We love you. See you later.
Okay.
That didn't explain much.
It really didn't. I'm still very confused.
You know, that's just how it is. Sometimes you get confused.
I feel like that's your life mantra.
It is.
So, thanks, listening. Podcast 197. Comment. We'll probably respond and such if we have something to say.
I'll respond.
No, you won't. You never respond.
I responded to Bomber last week.
Oh.
I'll respond.
Did you
if
wash your hands
I
after?
don't feel too tired. Oh God.
You know, one day I'm gonna get booked in England, and I'm gonna stay at your apartment. And then when I leave, I'm gonna hand you like a $10 bill, and then I'm gonna slap you, and you're gonna be like, "What was that for?" This is what that was for.
Okay. In fairness, I'm not going to bring it up after this episode, probably. So...
Just you will.
And Kenshi won't forget, except he probably will.
I won't forget.
Yeah, so... Patreon is a thing that exists. Yeah, thanks for listening and stuff. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.